Port Sudan, June 2008.
Careful. Strange town. No tourist anywhere. That's really strange.
Jumna, a steep reef in the northern Suakin archipelago. 35 meters deep. We find a huge cave, a place for hiding white-tip reef sharks. But Jumna was only the beginning of another tour into the deep southern area of the Sudanese Red Sea. We are on board the Italian liveaboard DonQuesto, going south again to the southern Suakin group. The GPS helps a lot, but still Captain Lorenzo has to keep an open eye on the unmarked reefs around. Since 2006, the DonQuesto has organized tours into the deep south. And I am very curious to see how these great dive sites have developed since my first tour 2 years ago. It's about 6 o'clock in late afternoon when we are arriving at Habililori, a place that Captain Lorenzo discovered in 2007. Some dolphins show up, and they are not alone. When you are entering the water at Habililori, you are surrounded by inquisitive silky sharks. We are following the anchor line, descending into one of the most beautiful dive sites that I've ever seen. Big groups of surgeonfish congregate, making this a highly dynamic place, especially in the dusky hours. Every square inch is covered with life, teeming, unspoiled, and simply irresistible. On every dive at Habililori, we saw this big school of barracudas.
personal coiffeur on board.
What are you doing, Sander?
Fish, make a flavor for the fish.
Sushi?
Yeah, sushi at this night.
Sushi at this night for everyone. Like everywhere in the seas, if you see birds, land is not too far away. The island of Darat Abid, the southernmost place that we will dive on our tour.
This island is called Darat Abid and is 50 kilometers more or less distant from the Eritrean border. So we're very, very close, okay? We have a small plateau, okay? It's very small and its first level is at 20 meters. It's beautiful because it's full of heads of corals. A couple of them in particular are very big and looks like umbrellas.
At Darat Abid, divers have been surrounded by hundreds of hammerhead sharks. Well, we were not that lucky, but Darat Abid remains a grave dive site. A friendly hawksbill turtle. Every Red Sea diver will agree, this is the most dangerous fish in the sea. The giant triggerfish, especially in their breeding season, which is now. While other triggerfish behave totally different. But surprisingly, the big star of Darat Abid is not a big fish. It was the world's biggest SpongeBob hiding in a small cave. At Port Sudan, you should always ask someone before taking pictures, even if the picture's image is not a human being.
What's up now?
You're not taking pictures?
I don't know. We have to ask to everybody. We have to ask.
Yeah, but they're friendly.
The deep south of Sudan is a diver's paradise. But even here, some clouds are beginning to darken the sky. This year, Captain Lorenzo has seen many Yemenite fishing men coming into the south for finning sharks.
And I'm sure they're coming more and more, especially now when I will finish, because for 7-8 months, no more boats down there, unless only some sailing boats that are just passing through, but they're not really scared for them. I've seen already the difference because the time before we went to this beautiful place called Habili Lori, and we found a nursery of silky sharks. There were a total of 27, 28 babies. And 2 weeks later, when we came back with the other group, and I found on the way the Yemenis that they ran away, we dive again for several days, and I could see only 5 of them. And then this time, I think there were 7, 8, and I've seen 2 baby silkies, one smaller than the other, with a hook.
arriving at Mazamreed Island, one of the best places in the deep south. At its northeastern corner, a plateau stretches into the sea. Simply superb, full of life. We are getting close to the steep drop-off. If a slight current is hitting the reef, you may have a good chance to see hammerhead sharks. Still, you have to wait. On every dive at Mazamreed, we saw hammerhead sharks. Mazamreed Island turned out to be a highlight again, and the visibility got much better here. Preparing for a dusk dive at Mazamreed Island. Come on.
Da sagt er aber nicht nein.
Some fish and animals are going to sleep now. Others are waking up. A seldom clear-fin lionfish. A hunting saber squirrelfish. Dive guide Julia has found something. A feather star. Walking. Very unusual, 3 young emperor fish swimming together. Black clownfish and some shrimp are hiding in their anemone.
Saskia, very elegant.
Yeah.
Very elegant.
Thank you.
No, really, it's not bad. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
This is for what?
Strong heart.
For a strong man? It's liver, huh? It's not your liver.
I think I will
Wow.
Let's go to the pool. Oh yeah.
How much?
Same?
5? Okay.
Okay, see you guys. Good luck.
Wish the best to us. Yes.
Kara Mazamarit, a small island 50 minutes away from Mazamarit Island. Kara Mazamarit's southern plateau. It's an explosion of life. Surgeonfish, glassfish, untouched soft corals. An underwater scenery that you won't forget. A common big eye. The name speaks for itself. This giant moray eel is cleaned by some striped cleaneress. Another giant, a giant sweetlip. A beautiful lionfish looking for incautious prey. And finally, humphead parrotfish. After 6 days of diving, we are leaving the deep southern area. It's Captain Lorenzo speaking.
Frankly speaking, I have to admit that this season, I mean the 2008, we already finished the third Deep South, and I have to say the average of the dives were a bit less than the normal other periods that we had on the last 2 years. This year we didn't have so much rain, and at the beginning, in April, in May or in October last year, and this made generally a different water temperature and different type of visibility and current through all the Red Sea Sudan. And I found out that only in this last trip, after 6 weeks, I started to see getting the real condition of the water, temperature, current on the south. Meaning that we finally got colder water, deeper, below 30 meters, 40 meters, and less visibility down, better visibility on the first 20, 30 meters, so that increased a lot the quantity of fish.
But some beautiful dive sites are still waiting for us, like Sanganep.
The lighthouse.
Yes. Let's meet you, eh?
Yes, sir.
After 10 days living on a boat, walking becomes exhausting, especially when climbing to the top of a lighthouse. But then you are rewarded with a very unique place of silence and tranquility.
Hello. Something in English about this lighthouse?
No, nothing. It was very nice, a nice lighthouse. You can see all the lagoon, and that's it.
At least.
Sailing to famous Shabrumi.
It's sandstorm or what?
Sun, yeah.
Where does it come from?
Coming from the mountains, then go all the cities, make city dirty. I don't know, but maybe from Saudi Arabia, stay 3 days, 4 days like this.
We put on you other two chances. One is, of course, make Shabrumi South Plateau. Okay? 2 groups, normally there is a very nice dive and it won't be a failure because it's always a nice dive. The other option is the cone shelf on the west wall. Easy dive, we'll do it anyway tonight as a night dive. What do you think, more or less? South?
South.
Shabrumi's southern plateau. Jacks, barracudas and grey reef sharks on every dive. Since September 2007, Shabrumi has finally become a national nature sanctuary of Sudan. There are not too many dive sites in the world where deco stops never get boring. Sudan, June 2008.